35 worst places you should never go, according to Reddit. Number 35. Johannesburg, South Africa. Hands down. Everyone told me to avoid it at all costs, but I thought it would be fine to stay for just a night until my train left for Zimbabwe, so I figured, what the hell? When I got off of the bus, I was the only white person who exited, and I was immediately bombarded by cab drivers pulling my shirt, almost literally, trying to drag me into their cars. I stood my ground as they tried to remove my backpack from me, and a few of them started to fight each other, and while I don't think any of them threw any punches, it started to get violent. I quickly hurried over to another cab driver who was patiently waiting a little further back. When we started to pull out of the bus lot, another cab driver drove his cab into ours, blocking the exit. Definitely hit us hard enough for some exterior damage to the bumper, but nothing more. My cab driver just pushed the other car out of the way with his by putting the pedal to the floor. This all happened in about the span of 2 minutes from the time that I stepped out of the bus. My heart was racing, and I had heard horror stories about how bad the witch doctor stuff around the area is, and at the time it really felt like I was going to be kidnapped and cut up into healing medicine. I was even considering trying to get out of the moving cab because I was afraid he wasn't taking me where I had asked. Once I got to my hostel, there were armed guards surrounding the perimeter, which is pretty typical in heavily populated areas of South Africa, but there were definitely more at this hostel than others I had been to. The place was a total shithole, literally rats in the fridge. I had a little food to cook, but I couldn't bring myself to cook in that kitchen. After taking a few hours to calm down and collect myself, I convinced myself that I was overreacting and it's all fine. I got the courage to walk 1.5 miles to the nearest grocery store. You a dumb motherfucker. The guy at the desk said it would be fine. It was not. I was such an idiot. Yes, you were. But you're alive, I guess. On my walk, I saw a house burning, and it seemed like no one even cared. People were just walking by it like it wasn't even happening. I felt like I was in a post-apocalyptic movie. I got harassed by 6 or 7 14-year-old school kids dressed in uniform. They went out of their way to follow me and shout the N-word at me. What? Some of the kids were bigger than I was, so I just looked straight ahead and kept walking. They lingered behind me for a few hundred feet or so and were thrusting themselves at me with their fists up and laughing. Okay. It was really hard to not turn around, but I could tell that they were looking for a reaction out of me, wanting an excuse for it to get physical. It was terrible. I was expecting to get a fist in the back of the head, but they eventually lost interest, one at a time. I almost pissed myself. After I made it to the grocery store, I got a cab back to the hospital because I was sure the walk back would be worse as it was starting to get dark. I set up my tent in the tent area, which is right next to the 4-foot wall, and the wall covered in glass, but it was kind of pointless because anyone could relatively effortlessly jump it. Fuck this story, you run-on cuck. Okay, this better be relevant. Around midnight, I was Skyping with one of my friends back home when a gunfight started outside the wall. The shots were so loud, it felt like it was happening on the other side of the wall. I'm sure it wasn't as close, but it sure felt like it was. Felt like I was in the middle of it. Panicked, I ran into the kitchen to find one of the staff cleaning. And I'll never forget our conversation. Me: "Did you hear those gunshots?" Him: "Yeah." Me: "Should I be concerned?" Him: "Were they shooting at you?" Me: "No." Him: "Then go back to bed." I don't think I slept very much that night. I spent less than 24 hours there in total, and that was way too much for me. Never again. He's lucky to have his life. What kind of stupid bitch decides he's gonna go to a fucking You know, you were swarmed by cab drivers like they were human piranha, and something possessed you to go out to fucking with no weapon. You know what I mean? As we reach number 34 on the list of 35 worst places you should never go. 34 is apparently East St. Louis. I hate East St. Louis, says this guy. Ted Mosley hates New Jersey. It literally has its own smell. You cross the river and your nose is like, bam, welcome to hell. Okay. Number 33. I've been to a lot of places: China, Thailand, South Africa, several island nations scattered across the world, most of Europe, Brazil, and a handful of other places. The worst place I've ever experienced is Chennai, India. If there is a worse place on earth, I don't want to see it. I spent 3 weeks there volunteering at a local clinic in one of the poorer parts of town. For reference, I almost spent about a week doing volunteer work in the townships around Cape Town. The townships are thought of as some of the most dangerous places on earth, comparable to the favelas in Rio. Favela? Or is it just a favela? Yeah, they meant favela. You know?
That sounds like an organ. What does it mean?
Now that it's raining more than ever, told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend, talking about with a sippy cup to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, you can come here and stay dry and shit. You can stay under my fucking favela. Vlela, eh? Is this even the list I was in? No. I opened like a billion lists and don't know where the fuck I'm at. Anyway,
number 33.
Comparable to the favela in Rio. Like they're doing this in Rio. Or the worst inner cities in the US. Sorry.
You eating something?
No. The roof of my mouth started itching. That rarely happens.
Ew.
What?
I mean, I guess this happened to me. It's not something I want to think about.
Got really itchy in there for a second. Do you think I'm dying? I think that's the sensation that, let's ask the internet.
Oh, is it like a dog having a dry nose? Is that what you think this is?
I have similar symptoms when I'm around cats. It could be allergies.
You allergic to dust?
None of this matters. Look, Chennai was not nearly as dangerous as the other townships, but somehow it was much worse.
Look at you! What's that?
It was much worse. Okay, listen to me. The stink alone was enough for them. Seems like just talking about this place is destroying us all. Okay, that's how bad it is. Don't even talk about it, all right? The stink alone was enough for me. The whole city smelled strongly of human excrement and animal stench. It wasn't that poor people were poor, although they certainly were. It was that nobody gave a shit. The folks in the townships might have wished for a better life and would have made one for themselves if it were possible. The poor in Chennai have given up on the very idea of a good life. Many just live waiting to die. Some of the things I saw included: not a single honest taxi or motorbike. All of them tried charging more than the agreed upon price after we arrived, and would make a big scene trying to shame us into paying them, or they'd take us to their brother's shop and wouldn't leave unless we bought something or threatened to walk without paying him. A human baby floating face down in a puddle of human shit. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Even I'm not that edgy, guys. Like, I didn't want that for anybody. I'm sorry. A dead human body with goats eating it as people passively sat and watched. Various dead bodies of many species floating in the rivers. Ugh. Naked starving children burning trash for heat. Outside the walled armed guards. Outside the walled armed gates of Fortune 500 companies, hotels, and government buildings. A group of men wielding metal pipes approaching me from the other side of an alleyway while their friends blocked the entrance we came in. Luckily, my traveling companion had a knife, and there happened to be a large piece of wood behind me. Otherwise, we would have been robbed for sure. Or maybe much worse. I'm surprised they let it work with a knife and a woman with a piece of wood. Y'all had to pull out a gun and let them know that I'm not scared to hit you with the plap plap. You see these bodies on the ground? You gonna be just another one of these. Let me stop. God, a leper.
A leper.
A leper clawing at the arm of my traveling companion and refusing to stop or leave unless we gave her money. I booted her in the chest and have not regretted it once. Shania is the worst. How is this so low then?
I don't know how it's gonna get worse from this.
You mean dead bodies?
Don't talk about the dead baby.
Dead bodies of babies. Baby bodies. Floating face down and short.
I'm not. You're trying to make me laugh at this and I can't.
If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry, Stripes. You can't not laugh.
Well, I mean, it looks. Oh, no. I just wanted to look at the landmarks. Why'd you show me this?
Oh, man. It just sucks that places like this even exist. So as we travel up the list, ladies and gentlemen.
Should I feel a little insulted you used Mexico for your thumbnail?
Of 35 worst places you should never go. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck. Whoa, he says Kingston, Jamaica. Third world poverty, just a dirty, crime-filled area. This is where I was born. You guys jealous?
Exactly where you were born?
Yeah. Kids begging in the streets in the middle of the day. People urinating out in the open. Homeless everywhere. Jamaica in general, definitely stay in a group on a guided tour. You do not explore the island on your own. You will be robbed. The island resorts paint a very different picture. And I hope you like jamming too. Ooh yeah. Number 31. Macomb, Mississippi. Oh yeah? My car broke down on the side of the road, and I was on the way to New Orleans. If it wasn't for the generosity of a trucker named Mike, I probably would have not made it out. No joke, it was like that Bill Hicks bit where some redneck gives him a bunch of static for a reading book. Lots of, "You aren't from around here, boy," types wandering about like the living dead. I just did a quick Google to see what's been shaking in Macomb these days. And apparently it's the fucking buildings.
Oh wait, that wasn't like a term of expression?
No.
You literally shaking.
Kramer Roof, home to Jubilee Performing Arts Center and downtown Macomb's tallest building, it crumbled in on itself.
Ugh.
That place was only 2 stories up, so now every building in Macomb is the tallest building. This is sounding hilarious. Look,
well,
people are saying Galveston, Texas, a shitty beach. What?
There's beaches in Texas?
If you like your beaches featureless, with brown, shitty sand, oil slicks, pollution, and rocks, you'll love Galveston. I just remember everything being brown and gross.
Have I been there? I feel like I have. Because I went to a beach not too far from here. And it wasn't that great, but I figured it was in Mexico. But I guess I wasn't paying enough attention.
Number 29. Eagleton, Indiana. Everyone is a snob. Y'all niggas living in a place called Eagleton and you think you can afford to be snobby? This shit ain't New York City. This shit ain't Los Angeles.
Eagleton does sound preppy. I like it. Wait, is there anything more about Eagleton, or is that it?
That's it. That's it, apparently.
Wow.
Number 28,
Well,
rock bottom. Okay. Oh my god. Why did I tried to rush home, read a list that'd be decent, and we find this. This is why I knew to include you in this, because this is gonna get interesting. Delhi, hands down a complete fucking hellhole. I explored the whole of Rajasthan, headed to Mumbai, and then down through Goa. Out of all those cities, towns and villages, including Agra, which is notoriously hellish, Delhi is by far the worst place I have been on the planet. Unfortunately, I was forced to return in order to fly home. I did try to change our flights so we could head home from Mumbai rather than return, but it wasn't possible. Well, thanks for... There's a lot of people not giving explanations, you know?
yeah. Some of these don't sound like bad places, more as like bad vacations they had.
What kind of list is this? Why did I come in here thinking that? So this is a throwaway list again. We'll read the top one. Who gives a damn? Didn't only visit once. I was born in Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico. Oh no.
Oh.
I've been back a handful of times in the past 3 or 4 years. For a while, it was the murder capital of the world. Of the world. Beating out some active war zone, Stripes. What the fuck? Think about that shit, son. Think about that shit. There's not a war on, and there's more people dying. There's more heads in your what the You're mad that I used a picture of fucking Mexico on the list of 35, but not really, because we couldn't get through it. My auxiliary cable's broken anyway, guys. My auxiliary cable's broken. The not broken. I lost it. I went out today because I had to fix a car. I had to fix, a sink. And I put it in my pocket. When I got home, it wasn't there.
Are they expensive?
They're cheap as hell. One's on my wish list right now. I just know if I order it, it's not going to get here for a while. So what I can do is just wait until maybe the weekend. Hopefully I can see my grandmother and see if there's any auxiliary cables that I may have left out there. But
Excuse me.
whatever, I'm just not in the mood for any of this. Using an Apple iPhone earbuds right now, and I can't hear myself well, so I may be over projecting, I may be peaking the microphone. I may not be loud enough, and the music may be covering me. Who cares, man? This is nuts. Let's finish that top one. Let me put this up as a throwaway list, and then just apologize to everyone.
I feel like we might miss some gems, like the India one, because that was really low there, and everything seemed to get shittier.
There's no gems in one-liners, because it's more people not explaining, what their shit is. So, me going, yeah, fucking Newark, New Jersey. Oh, look, a cheap place to stay that's close to NYC. Was that a gunshot? Number 1. Didn't only visit once. I was born in Juarez, Chihuahua, New Mexico. Not New Mexico, regular Mexico, okay? The new one is better. I've been back a handful of times in the past 3 or 4 years. For a while, it was the murder capital of the world, beating out some active war zones. Decapitated bodies, hanging from overpasses, and lying on sidewalks was a daily occurrence. The last time I was there was for Father's Day. I took my father to visit my grandpa. He was hanging from an I'm kidding. This isn't funny. That's not funny. We saw a man get shot on our way to a restaurant, and he was still there on the street a couple of hours later on our way back. I wish I could say I love where I came from, but I don't. I know some unsavory people and some unsavory places because of where I was born and grew up. Is that a good thing? Maybe, when visiting. But I would hate to live there or have to raise kids there. It's such a shitty place. How do you deal with, just going back? When more people are dying all around you, you just think you're not going to die? It's not going to happen to you? Stripes, let's get to the real bread and butter, okay? It's that Matt Groening, or Groening, I don't know how you assholes pronounce it, is getting a show on Netflix. He's getting a Netflix show, boy.
Is this like...
For people who don't know, that's the creator of The Simpsons.
I'd like to think he's a household name.
Not to millennials. Millennials don't know. What?
I'm a millennial. So are you.
But you're a shut-in. Well, I guess all millennials are shut-ins. Oh no, you just watch a lot of cartoons because you draw a lot, so you're an exception to the rule. That's
true. But aren't you a millennial? I think anyone under 30 at this point is a millennial.
I don't care. Here's what I'm saying. I'm excited about this because it's on Netflix, so that maybe, just maybe, this guy isn't washed up and unfunny like The Simpsons as it is now would lead people to believe. Hopefully, with the ability to not have censors on his ass, he could make a kick-ass, better than BoJack, kind of like a fusion. And this is what I'll say, is that I feel that back in those days when The Simpsons first hit the air, if the world was as ready as it is now, Stripes, The Simpsons could have been crazier than Rick and Morty. I wholeheartedly believe that. I wholeheartedly believe it. And it's because the censors wouldn't allow him to get away with shit on television in an era where Bart saying damn or hell on TV was like the edgiest thing in the world. And even the president's fucking wife would publicly criticize the show because it didn't line up with whatever candy ass fucking morals some dumb bitch is trying to project onto the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, you should carry yourself with a little bit of dignity and respect and let that be whatever society forms a mold for these days. You know what I mean? But fuck me. If that show could have been as cool as this man that was spearheading this shit wanted it to be, it probably could have been genuine, like untouchable art. Never to be dethroned. In many ways, old school Simpsons is, in my opinion. But, just the idea that it could have been cooler. You know, we watch Rick and Morty occasionally and we think to ourselves, man, it just doesn't get any better than this. This is great. It's lightning in a bottle. It's people being able to just be creative and bounce ideas off one another and, like, you know, build off of one another. These people, Dan Harmon and fucking, what?
Justin
Roiland. You know, I don't want to call them like soulmates, but I want to say that they have found each other, and they are each other's like fucking creative like twins, like the doppelgangers, where they are a match made in heaven where they can make that shit work, you know?
You mean they're each other's foils, basically?
Nah, they're like, you know, the Cheech to the Chong or the yin to the yang, motherfucker.
Look, is there any
motherfucker?
Is there any
motherfucker?
God, shut up! I'm trying to look into. Can I?
Motherfucker! It's not funny.
I just want to look at production art. That's all I want. Show me anything.
Show you what?
Production art.
I don't know, man. Disenchantment, Matt Groening, throw that to the internet. Aurelius Apirus.
I want photos. Oh no.
There's a picture of Eric Andre there. Matt Groening, Netflix animated comedy, a go with 20 episode order. Abby Jacobson, Nat Faxon, and Eric Andre lead voice cast. Who the fuck is Abby Jacobson?
I don't know who that is.
Who the fuck is Abby Jacobson? Is she on like another, like I'm a quote unquote funny bitch on Comedy Central show? I think she is. She's on a show called Broad City that I know some people like. I have never watched it. So she's probably a better, she's probably like the main funny bitch now. Huh?
Is she like a mini Amy Schumer or just a
No, we can't assume that she's awful like Amy Schumer. Because Amy Schumer is genuinely so terrible that like her reputation precedes her. Not just as a joke thief, but as a fucking comedy cuck. She's as bad as Sarah Silverman. There's like nothing good about it. They just get their attention by, being awful. And the fact that we haven't heard of her means that she's probably successful in doing the right things. So she's been selected for this show. At least she's got a voice where, who had a comedic voice that I enjoy a lot?
The person from Bob's Burgers, whatever her name was.
Oh my God, I love her more than anything. She was on Flight of the Conchords too.
Yeah.
She's on Bob's Burgers too, you're right. Is her name Amy Shaw? Wendy Shaw? Amy Shaw?
I don't know. I just know she was cute. She's got this little baby face.
Yeah, her name's Amy Shaw. I was totally into her. I'd hit it. She's weird. Yeah. And I love that. She's so weird. Look at her face. Weird. And I loved it. Like, she was all, oh my God, what is this with them granny panties? Ugh. The sexy book of sex. I remember her promoting that. She's got a funny voice, and I also liked, I think her name is Maria Bamford. She did some shit on Tim and Eric too. Right? Tim and Eric, right? She was on Tim and Eric. Yeah, talking about her cat or some shit like this. Good shit. I'm telling you, man. If Groening could just steal the actors if he could get H. John Benjamin involved in this, steal some actors. I want who does the voice of Cyril Figgis again? He used to be on
SNL.
Yeah, he used to be on SNL. Oh boy, Chris Parnell.
I don't think he's not hard to get a hold of, I would assume.
Chris Parnell's voice is so fun. He is the human cuck. He has been typecast for the rest of his life, but there's no man that's going to sound as pathetic as Cyril Figgis. And that's amazing. As Chris Parnell. I'll never forget he had this fucking sketch with a spelling bee. And it was Jack Black. Oh my God, Stripes, his delivery in the spelling bee shit. It wasn't him. It wasn't just him. It was this other guy. Who is the guy, man? Fuck this guy. What's this guy's name? He did the voice. Is it Will Arnett? I think his name is Will Arnett.
I don't remember Will Arnett.
His name is Will Forte. Will Arnett is the guy that was on Arrested Development. Will Arnett is the guy that's on Arrested Development. Will Forte.
Oh, this man.
Okay, yes, the magician. Their illusions, you know what I mean?
I love
Will
him.
Forte now. I love this guy's voice. He was the voice of Abraham Lincoln in Clone High. You remember?
I do.
Yeah, it's easy to remember his voice from that. He was also on some bullshit show called The Last Man on Earth or something. And I bet it sucked. And I never watched it, Will Forte. I love you and I support you in your ways, but I'm not going to watch that shit tonight. I'm sorry. I love him.
Sorry.
But we love everybody in small doses. Everybody needs to get on the internet and make some tight bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? Some quick, heavy-hitting bullshit. God damn. Oh, boy. What is this list turned into? Kyle gushing about random actors and comedians that he's into.
I figured at some point you stopped recording. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you thought I did, huh?
Well, here we are.
Guys, if the audio quality of this one was weird, like I said, I lost my auxiliary cable. I hope to figure out a remedy for this situation soon. On top of that, we'll figure something out. I love you guys to death. I don't even want to say thanks to the patrons because they're too good for whatever this just was. You know what I mean? They really were. They're too good. I'll figure something out later today. We'll go from there. If you're watching this and you want a confession podcast tonight, write in the comment section what you think the topic should be, and we'll go from there. I'd like to thank the Stripes for Tank. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Motherfucker. That's not funny. So I'd like to thank Stripes for her involvement in what I assumed would be I should have been able to see that glancing at the list scrolling down. What are the other lists? Because I gotta read something good. I have to, Stripes.
But maybe you should either adjust to this or wait
If Earth
until
had
you
a capital city, what would it be and why? Top comment, nice try, aliens. Second comment, the floating island of trash in the ocean. Third comment, Antarctica, because the politics need to chill the fuck out. Ha ha ha. Number 4, Gary, Indiana. Why? Because it's a city named Gary? Come on now. Number 5, let's be completely honest. It would change to the city. It would change from city to city throughout the years because we would constantly fight over where it should be. Number 6, Jerusalem, so yet more people can lay claim to it. Whew. Let me just close this fucking window right now. How about that? All right? How about that? This is the one that I'm legit gonna read for later. So we don't even need to bing bong into it, you know what I'm talking about? Oh my god. Roof of my mouth is itching. What the fuck? It's not itching right now, but it was earlier, and I love that I actually went to go like, what does it mean? What's it mean? What's the most boring gift you can think of? Ironic board cover? An ironing board cover. Ooh. Should we read this one?
Put it on your wish list.
Oh shit, what if I do put all of this stuff on the wish list? No, let's just look for things that you think we should put on the wish list. Okay, so what are the most boring... I feel like I'm peeking the microphone, am I?
I don't think so, no.
I feel like I'm peeking the microphone, and I hate it.
Do you have an ironing board?
No. Do I look like a woman?
Oh. Well, I think...
A tie rack motor! It's a fucking Simpsons reference. Bah.
Tyrek motor.
You don't remember?
Is this the one where they go to like an expo?
No, this is the one where there's a fucking yard sale. You don't remember?
No.
And he jumps up and he does like a parody of Hey Big Spender.
He does a song, and then George Bush is his neighbor now.
Yeah, and then George Bush is the neighbor. I don't have ties. I don't need it. So, drink coasters. Those were actually on my wish list at one point. I think they were Portal related, and someone got them for me. I love them for that. Number 40, a donation has been made in your name to the Human Fund. Oh.
What's
Number
the
39,
Human Fund?
Socks. Let's put that on my wish list. I wanted to see what that Mario thing was. I bet somebody else did too. Let's see what this is.
What's Mario?
Oh, how the tables have turned. Sonic Jump, Mario Run.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, like Sonic didn't jump back in the old days. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Looks like Splatoon, the subreddit, is taking off. Okay.
That's great.
That's how I feel about that. You know, this is a trending subreddit. Okay.
But Splatoon's a good game.
Okay. What should I put? Splatoon on my wish list? And
Yes.
then stare at it, you know, when I get it, if I get it, because I don't have a Nintendo Switch.
Wish list.
Nintendo bitch is more like it. I should type that in. Nintendo bitch. You guys don't have that Nintendo. What the fuck? Pretty bitch quote design for a new 3DS XL? Why would you want a pretty bitch fucking... Look, give me a type Splatoon 2 action. I really want to piss somebody off by owning this game. 60 bing bongs. Well, I guess
I've
it is
heard
porn.
that-
And porn keeps on giving, you know? It's the gift.
What porn?
It's squid porn, that's what it is. You know.
Oh, what a cute amiibo.
Shut up. What did I come in here for?
Ties, Mario.
No. It was something else. No. I think I closed it.
Socks. 39 socks.
There you go. I got 99 problems, but socks ain't one. If you're having sock problems, I feel bad for you, son.
Have you ever seen those? Have you ever seen those socks that are just like for your toes? They weird me out. They're gross. I don't like them.
What are you even talking about? Toe socks.
Yeah.
It's like for your toe tips. Toe tip socks. That's ridiculous.
They cover up your like the sole of your foot and your toes and everything else that's exposed. It's like you're wearing a slipper that's
Why can't it just be one size fit all? Why I gotta do all of this? When buying socks is too complicated. Fuck. You bitch. Fuck me. In the ass. So an ironing board cover, okay. Number 2. Oh, I don't want to read all that. Number 3, my mom got me fish oil pills and blood pressure machine. I was turning 26. I love that. A thank you card to send to everyone who bought you real gifts. Ooh, that's messed up. A soap dish, okay.
So, what do fish oil pills do? Because I've heard that phrase tossed around, but I don't know what they're for.
They make your dick bigger.
Ew. I didn't know.
And if you're a girl, it makes your clit bigger. That's what the Flintstones vitamins do too.
Oh.
That's why it says 10 million strong and growing.
You're a piece of shit.
Motherfucker. Oh my. Did you just fart?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'd let you know if I did. Don't worry.
Like, no.
Because I don't like being accused for something I didn't do.
Of something. You know, I promise in the dead of the night I'll read a real list. This is...
You know, you don't have to put ties on a motorized tie holder.
What should I put on there? Noodles?
Spoons. You got a lot of spoons, don't you?
Bitch. How the fuck? How you going do spoons with holes in them?
No, but there's like tweezers. Make keychains of your spoons.
So you'd have to put a hole in the spoon for it to be a keychain. So let me get this straight, okay? You've made a hole in the spoon for a keychain. Why not just make the hole big enough for you to put it actually onto the thing of the tie rack?
Because then the hole would be too big.
What? I'm not gonna get into this with you. You know, the hole doesn't need to be too big, and the hole could have almost like a hook at the end. The same way that a tie rack would have to have the hook, otherwise the ties would just slide off. Do you get what I'm saying? It would need to be some kind of upward hook. Let's look at a tie rack. Here we are, looking at a tie rack. Many of these are on hooks. How did I know that without looking at them? Do you get what I'm saying? And you look towards the end of these things, and they all have hooks, meaning they go upwards so the ties don't just slide right off. So if you made the hole big enough, you could just put it down on it. What do you mean it's what?
I think it all depends on what kind of effort you're gonna try to go on for a conversation piece.
I'm not having you in any of these anymore. How about that? You know what you did. No, not even. I can't say that anymore because I've jaded the phrase. You have any last words? Stripes?
I'm just mad that I didn't get any chicken today or yesterday.
You and I should go on a trip to Mexico. You know what I'm talking about?
I love that. I love that so much. Mexico is such a pretty country.
What? Were you
What?
here for what I was reading just now? What are you talking about?
Well, then don't go to Chihuahua.
No, that's what I'm saying. You should go to Chihuahua. Yeah.
Why'd you say you and me go then?
Because I could be there, but in like a nicer part.
Oh, so you're gonna be on a blimp just watching me, waiting to see how long it takes until I die?
You really are like a cartoon person. A blimp. Why a blimp?
Because, well, either you have some kind of like, what are those things called? The little remote control cameras that you fly? You know the ones. Either that or binoculars. Drones. They're called drones. Probably. I think. Maybe. Was it Diane? Nope.
seems like he's like some kind of floating rubbish bin to collect, you know, trash that's floating on the surface of the water. But unless they make one that's the size of a building, you know what I'm talking about? Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
then it
a-
could kill people.
No.
Oh, that'd be the sickest fucking movie in the world. I just made their movie for him, dude. In the post-apocalyptic future, trash has become an epidemic, so much so that our oceans have devoted their care to the machines. And then you hear like a badass techno. And then there's factories. There's actually like automated factories churning out these trash collecting like chasms that float on the surface and go out and they pulsate. And they have like a really robotic and sick ass noise like wum, wum, wum. And it's really scary as fuck sounding when you're just in the water. And everybody has to live in the water because there's no land anymore. You know what I'm talking about? But the robots, the automated factory is still making these things because like the people who were out there, I don't know, some kind of freak accident, they got killed and sucked into the actual thing. So now you know, it's almost like eradicating the human race just, you know, by accident. You know what I'm talking about? No?
I just want a Ramba that works in the ocean.
A Ramba?
Is that what they're called? Little vacuums? Ramba.
A Ramba is right.
Okay. I was waiting to see if I was wrong. I was almost sure I was.
No, I was joking. A Ramba is not what it's called. You want to try again?
What's it called? What's it called then?
Just keep thinking about it. See if it comes to you. Ramba.
Romp?
Ramba.
Romba.
Romba. Almost there.
Is that wrong?
Romba.
Just tell me.
Romba.
I have ideas. Just tell me what it's called so I can move on with my life.
Romba. It's Roomba, dude.
Oh, okay.
Look how fat and cute he is.
I never really liked how French bulldogs look when they're big. They're just pugs.
Oh. Full Infinity War poster. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's what you'll never be able to do, DC. You'll never be able to flesh out real characters. Listen, Scarlet Witch is placed interestingly near Vision. What do you think about that?
You think there's significance to that?
Yes, because they kind of date in the comics. They kind of date in the comic stripes. Now, that may be a little bit forced if they were going to work that into the movie, but I see it happening, and you want to know. I hate to be that, you know, you're welcome to the comic book speculation channel, but what I think, Stripes, is because it happened in the movies, because it happened in the comics, they may make it happen in the movie. Here's why. Thanos needs all of the gems for the gauntlet. One of those gems is in the forehead of Vision. And in the event that they could like possibly kill him off, you know, it would be made even more sad. Not just because he's like Jarvis, but because like they take care of their Stripes. He had a family. Look how chiseled Captain Bing Bong looks like. Captain America's seen some shit. He ain't in the mood for this crap. And Scarlett Johansson's like, they got me in another one of these damn things. I'm just gonna look like Mallory Archer. I don't give a fuck. I'm kidding. Her hair's supposed to be blonde, not like, unless it's like what? What do they call that when it's blonde like that? Bleach blonde?
bleach blonde, I guess is the right word.
Look,
But
I really like Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther. But as far as charismatic black men in these damn movies go, well, honestly, Idris Elba's probably at the top. I love him as Heimdall in the Thor movies. But I remember the instant that I saw this guy, I was just like, yeah, this is a cool guy. I really like this guy. And he stole the show as Falcon in Captain America the Winter Soldier. Did you see that movie? Yes, you saw it with me. Not really. Not
what
really.
do you mean not really? I didn't fall asleep.
You usually do. Hey, look, it's the Guardians. And like a teenage Groot. Oh. Loki's gonna be playing a part. Interesting. Everybody's in the damn poster. Interesting.
So, are you gonna call it now? And if you're right about him dying, do you want some kind of parade or
A parade, yeah. Come on. You know what I would settle for? Just one person to go see this movie with. When it inevitably comes out, and I'm still a loser man, baby, that's totally into Marvel films and wanting to do things like cosplay. Someday.
I can do that.
No.
Not
Man
cosplay.
burns to death. Ugh, watch people die. I almost opened that. I opened it not knowing what it was, and now continue opening things forever just because I do not. Hey, they stole this idea from Overwatch, and it's not.
What
good
is
either.
it?
A whole bunch of people getting sexy
Describe.
in there. Jesus. Oh my God, what's happening? Okay, I should end this video.
Yeah, before you barf.
Hey, Chips Ahoy makes a red velvet. I don't like red velvet. Bye.
You don't like red velvet? What's wrong with you?
I'm a man. I'm a normal man.
It's chocolate and cream cheese.
I like just regular. I like ice cream cakes.
Ugh.
Lad shows off evolution tablecloth pull. He's proud of himself. How many times do you have to do it before you get it, you know? You know, I'm subscribed to a page that just makes ramen.
I don't like it when people call guys lads.
I didn't call anybody a lad.
I thought that man was a lad.
Are you saying L-A-D?
Yes.
Why are you calling him that?
Because I thought that's what the title was.
That's a lot of extra egg. Jesus Christ.
No mas. Do you like it when they're kind of like runny?
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I like everything cooked. Look, guys, if here's something about me so you don't feel like you were gypped if you watch this, even though I'm probably going to clearly mark it as a throwaway list. I like my meat well done. Okay? Fight me. If you don't like your meat that way, tell me about it in the comment section. I will genuinely come and comment with you. And, I'm not going to argue, I respect how you like your meat. I respect, you feeling like perhaps the meat is ruined if it's well done and that, I'm scorching out some of the savory flavors or some bullshit like this. Dude, I want my shit fucking cooked. That's the only way that I can think to put it. And, I respect, it's 8:26 and part of Kyle wants to run out to beat the Pokemon in the gym. Today I saw an Articuno.
What's an Articuno? Is it the... No, that's
Stop talking
Pseudo-Udo.
very quickly. To anybody who is listening to this who has ever felt alone, I'm right there with you.
Look,
and I never want you to feel alone. So if you feel alone, comment, and I will comment, and we'll talk. We'll talk for as long as you need us to talk. We could go back and forth for as long as you need us to go back and forth. I never want you to feel that way. And I never want you to feel that you don't have somebody that is willing to give you their time, because you are worthy of it. Who is Articuno?
Because I don't know every goddamn Pokemon name doesn't make me a piece of shit.
The
okay?
original 150 are the only Pokemon. Do you understand me? What's Articuno's number? If he's not in the original 150, I'll give it to you.
I don't know what number he is. He sounds...
I'm not asking you.
Oh.
What's his Pokemon number? What's his Pokemon number? What's his Pokemon number? 144. He fits neatly in the 150, as he would with Zapdos and Moltres. Who is Articuno, Stripes?
That doesn't sound like a bird name to me.
Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. If you ever played Pokemon Red and Blue, and you knew who the legendary bird Pokemon, Stripes, the first legendaries. It's not like no other Pokemon are gonna have that title. The first legendaries. Articuno, the ice, Moltres, the fire, and Zapdos, the gold. Look, I know I'm a nerd, Stripes, but you're supposed to be one too.
Is this you dismissing me from the conversation?
No, I think this is me dismissing you from the club. The cool club of kids who know all about Pokemon. Tell me your favorite Pokemon in the comment section. Motherfucker. Don't say it, please. So what's been on your mind today? And we'll end the video with that.
I feel shamed.
Shut up, dude. You know what we need to make another one of? The We're Done things. But that means I would have to fucking record. And it'd have to be funny.
I drew that.
What?
I drew that.
Why are you so happy?
It's like I always get mad that like the few pieces of fan art I made never end up on Google results.
That's because you're not searching for them.
Yes, I am. Ben & Jerry released a statement in support of Black Lives Matter.
Ben & Jerry's like the ice cream.
Ben & Jerry like the ice cream.
Okay, so I guess that's the setup here. Here comes the improv.
Hey, yo, we over here at Ben & Jerry's, we really understand the ice cream tip, but you know what else we understand? That Black lives can't need to just walk up in no ice cream parlor talking about they want the cookies and cream. They need the cookie dough as well. And we here know that the cookie dough should not be to the entitled white man cracking that whip across town, but to everyone that should find themselves wanting a little bit of that nice ice cream upon their plate, or in a cone or a waffle bowl at the Cold Stone Creamery tonight. Can I get an amen?
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
A lot of what I've been searching for was in like darkness, because I made the screen go away. Uh-oh. Well, love you. Later, guys.